There is a quiet moment at the end of the day when everything slows down. The noise fades, the movement settles, and your dog chooses a place to rest. Sometimes it curls close to you, sometimes it stretches out nearby. But there are moments when your dog lies down with its back turned toward you, facing away, as if creating distance. At first, this can feel confusing. You may wonder if your dog is being distant, or if something has changed in the way it feels. The position seems subtle, yet it raises questions. Why would a dog choose to sleep facing away from the person it trusts most? To understand this behavior, it is important to look beyond human interpretation and into the natural instincts that shape how dogs rest and position themselves. Dogs are animals that balance awareness and rest. Even when they sleep, a part of them remains alert to their surroundings. In the wild, positioning during rest was not random. It was a decision influenced by safety, trust, and the need to monitor the environment. When a dog turns its back toward you, it is not necessarily creating distance. In many cases, it is doing the opposite. It is showing a level of trust that allows it to lower its guard. The back of the body is one of the more vulnerable areas. By facing away from you, your dog is exposing that vulnerability in your presence. This is not an act of avoidance. It is an act of comfort. Your dog feels safe enough to rest without watching you directly. It does not feel the need to keep you in sight. This quiet decision reflects a deep sense of security. There is also an instinctive element of positioning in relation to the environment. By facing outward, away from you, your dog may be orienting itself toward the surrounding space. This allows it to remain aware of any changes while still staying close to you. In this way, your dog is balancing two needs at once: the need for safety through proximity and the need for awareness through orientation. Your presence becomes a protected side, a space that does not need to be monitored. This allows your dog to focus its attention outward, even while resting. There is also an emotional layer behind this behavior. Dogs do not express closeness in the same way humans do. They do not always seek eye contact or face-to-face positioning. For many dogs, true comfort is found in quiet coexistence, rather than direct interaction. Sleeping with their back toward you can be a way of sharing space without the need for engagement. It is a calm, low-energy form of connection. There is also a physical comfort aspect to consider. Dogs choose sleeping positions based on relaxation. Turning away may simply feel natural in that moment. But even in that simplicity, the choice of where to position themselves still reflects their level of trust in the environment. If your dog feels uncertain or alert, it is more likely to face toward movement or remain in a position where it can quickly react. Turning away requires a level of confidence that nothing around it poses a threat. Another important detail is proximity. Even when facing away, your dog often remains close to you. The body may be turned, but the distance is small. This shows that the connection is still there, even without direct orientation. The behavior becomes a quiet balance between independence and attachment. Your dog is close, yet not seeking constant interaction. Present, yet relaxed enough to disengage visually. And yet, even with all these layers of instinct and comfort, there is still something more to understand. Because sometimes, this behavior is not only about safety or relaxation. Sometimes, it reflects how your dog defines its relationship with you and how it chooses to express trust in its own way. As this behavior continues to appear night after night, it begins to reveal a more personal layer shaped by your dog's individuality. Sleeping while facing away is not a single fixed message. It changes slightly depending on personality, past experiences, and the emotional bond your dog shares with you. For some dogs, this position reflects a calm and balanced attachment. They feel secure enough to rest without needing constant visual contact. They do not rely on watching you to feel safe. Instead, your presence alone is enough. These dogs often move freely between positions. At times they may face you, at times they may turn away. The choice is flexible, guided by comfort rather than need. In these cases, facing away is simply another expression of trust. But for other dogs, the meaning can shift subtly. The position may reflect a desire for personal space within the connection. Just as humans sometimes prefer quiet closeness without direct interaction, dogs can also seek a gentle distance while still remaining near. Turning away allows your dog to rest without stimulation. Eye contact, even when calm, can create a sense of engagement. By facing away, your dog reduces that interaction and allows itself to fully relax. There is also a learned component behind this behavior. Dogs remember where they have felt most comfortable. If your dog has rested in this position before and experienced calm, it will return to it again. Over time, the position becomes familiar and preferred. Routine plays a role as well. Dogs are highly sensitive to patterns. If sleeping near you in a certain orientation has become part of their daily rhythm, they will repeat it without hesitation. Another important factor is how your dog perceives its environment. Even in a safe home, dogs maintain a natural awareness of their surroundings. Facing outward while resting allows them to remain loosely connected to that awareness. Your presence behind them becomes a protected side, a space that does not require attention. This allows your dog to distribute its awareness more efficiently, even while in a relaxed state. There is also a subtle aspect of independence in this behavior. Dogs that are more confident often display the ability to disengage visually while remaining emotionally connected. They do not need to constantly check on you. The bond is stable enough to exist without continuous confirmation. In contrast, dogs that are more dependent or sensitive may prefer to face you more often. They seek reassurance through visual contact. For them, turning away might feel less comfortable unless they have developed a strong sense of security over time. Your own behavior can also influence this pattern. If your presence is calm and predictable, your dog is more likely to feel safe enough to relax fully, even when not facing you. Consistency builds trust, and trust allows for deeper relaxation. There is also a physical aspect that should not be overlooked. Dogs choose positions that feel comfortable for their bodies. Turning away may align better with how they stretch, curl, or rest in that moment. Comfort and emotion often work together rather than separately. What makes this behavior so interesting is how quiet it is. There is no clear signal, no obvious message. Yet within that stillness, there is a complex balance of trust, awareness, and individuality. Your dog is not withdrawing from you. It is simply choosing a way of resting that feels natural and secure. And yet, even with this understanding of personality and comfort, there is still one more layer to explore. Because sometimes, this behavior is not only about how your dog feels in its environment, it is also about how it connects with you on a deeper emotional level. Beyond position or movement, there is a final layer to this quiet behavior that often carries the deepest meaning. When your dog sleeps facing away from you, it is not only choosing a position, it is expressing a level of emotional security that does not require constant confirmation. Dogs that feel uncertain tend to watch closely. They remain alert, often positioning themselves in a way that keeps everything in sight. Their awareness is active, their attention divided between rest and monitoring. But when a dog feels truly safe, that need begins to soften. Turning away is a quiet release of that vigilance. Your dog no longer needs to keep you within its direct line of sight. It does not need to check your movements or read your expressions in that moment. Instead, it trusts that you are there, that nothing will change suddenly, that the environment is stable. This kind of trust is not immediate. It develops over time through repeated experiences of safety, consistency, and calm interaction. Each day that passes without uncertainty strengthens that foundation. When your dog rests with its back toward you, it is resting within that foundation. There is also a deeper emotional balance present in this behavior. Your dog is both connected and independent at the same time. It remains close to you, sharing the same space, yet it allows itself to disengage visually and mentally. This balance is important. It reflects a relationship that is not based on constant need, but on quiet confidence. Your dog does not have to seek reassurance because it already feels it. There is also a subtle form of communication in this stillness. By choosing to rest this way, your dog is showing that it is at ease.
Sweetie,
there is no
are
tension
you
in its
awake?
posture, no urgency in
Come
its
here.
awareness, just a calm presence. At the same time, your dog is still connected to you in ways that are not immediately visible. Even without facing you, it remains aware of your presence. It can sense your movements, your breathing, the small shifts in the environment that indicate you are still there. This awareness is softer, less active, but still present. It allows your dog to rest deeply while maintaining a quiet connection. There is also something meaningful in the absence of direct interaction. Dogs do not always need engagement to feel close. Sometimes, the strongest form of connection is simply sharing space without expectation. No movement, no attention seeking, no need to respond. Just being near each other in a calm and stable environment. This is a different kind of closeness, one that is often overlooked because it is so quiet. In many ways, this behavior reflects maturity within the bond. Your dog is no longer relying on constant signals to feel secure. It has learned, through experience, that your presence is reliable, and because of that, it can rest without watching. There is also a gentle emotional message within this position. Your dog is showing that it trusts you, not only when it is alert, but also when it is vulnerable. It allows itself to relax fully, to lower its guard, to exist without tension. This is not distance, it is comfort. What may seem like a small and simple action becomes something much more meaningful when viewed through this perspective. A dog sleeping with its back turned is not turning away from you. It is resting in the safety that your presence provides. It is choosing peace over vigilance, trust over awareness, calm over control. And in that quiet moment,
Good
without
morning,
words
sweetie.
or movement, your
Did you
dog is
sleep
expressing
well?
something that is difficult
Come
to
here.
measure, but easy to feel. It feels safe with you.